Hey, what's good? Nina Simone was an American singer, pianist, songwriter, and civil rights activist. Known as the High Priestess of Soul, her music blended gospel, blues, folk, pop, and classical styles. When I asked our community which were their favorite protest songs, this was one of the first to be mentioned. This is Mississippi Goddam by Nina Simone. I'm going to be working on a commissioned art piece. Before we get into it, remember to go to coconutjustice.com to get some clothes that I think would look good on you. Let's go. All right, so this is Nina Simone. This was back in 1964. It says 1965 on the description of this video, but I looked it up before. It was 1964. I guess it doesn't really matter, that 1 year difference, but the thing that matters is back in the 1960s, just like the 1950s, just like the 1940s, there has been this racial injustice that unfortunately people just continue to ignore. And I've been saying this more and more often. They would rather bomb countries than educate our kids. We have to fight for every single inch, only to find out when you're on the other side, only to find out that the game is rigged. Yeah, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because we just don't learn. And for as much of a know-it-all society that we have these days, nobody knows anything. Nobody remembers anything. Nobody has any ideas. Nobody has fresh ideas. Everyone keeps saying, oh, you can't keep throwing money at the problem. You can educate people. We can fix our education system. If we change how we look at our society, if we start thinking of our society as a thinking people, we come up with the ideas, we come up with all the things, and then, if you want to go to a different country to make them, it is what it is. But we need to create opportunities. This country needs to create opportunities for members of this country. We can do it. We just don't. With that being said, let's get into this because something tells me that this message is not going to be any different than what we've been saying current times. Black Lives Matter movement, Black Panther movement, the keep naming them. Now we have 50501. When are the powerful people... Actually, no. When are the people that don't have anything going to realize that they are that they're the mark? They're taking your money too. They're taking your opportunities too. Just because you get to keep a job for just a little bit longer doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Anyway, let's get into what Nina Simone has to say.
Mississippi, goddamn, this is our last tune. We had some request for it. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Can't you see it? I know you can feel it. It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama's got me so upset, and Governor Wallace has made me lose my rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn.
All right, hang on. We got to figure out, because she's telling us something. She's starting to get to it, but I think it's going to be more helpful if we realize what happened in Mississippi. Nina Simone Mississippi, goddamn meaning. Expresses frustration with the slow pace of racial justice. Me too. Me too. And the ongoing violence and oppression faced by blacks. Oh, it's associated to 16th Street Baptist Church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama. But then what happened in Mississippi? Mississippi Goddam by Nina Simone is a powerful protest song that expresses frustration and anger towards the slow pace of racial civil rights movement. The song was inspired by the bombing and the murder of Medgar Evers in Mississippi. There it is. Medgar Evers got killed in Mississippi, and chances are people probably got away with it because they get away with murder. Okay. Yeah, that brings way more. We're going to go all the way to the beginning. So I think why she's saying the different states is because there's been stupid injustices happening, but none more than, well, black folks had been showing up dead for a very long time. So it's not even that. There was a bombing. This dude. So it's stacking up. All these very stupid incidents are stacking up. And it's crazy because this used to happen on the regular, and now it's school shootings. Anyway, let's go back to Nina Simone all the way to the beginning. Let's go.
Mississippi, goddamn, this is our last tune. We had some requests for it. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn.
I wonder if I'm gonna stop. There's an incident that happened that I think it happened in Tennessee. Where did anyway, let's go.
Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Can't you see it? I know you can feel it. It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama's got me so upset, and Governor Wallace has made me lose my rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Hound dogs on my trail.
Imagine in the 60s, women were still not treated all the way cool, let alone black women. Black women have been getting that ass whipped for way too long. So for a black woman, a strong black woman, to stand up and be like, look, I'm tired of this shit. I am tired of this shit. She's so brave. This is when people would show up missing. Oh my God. And she's not even going hard in the paint. I mean, this song is a very important song, but she's not even going hard in the paint.
School children sitting in jail. Black cat crossed my path. I think every day's gonna be my last. Lord have mercy on the land of mine. We all gonna get it in due time. I don't belong here, I don't belong there. I've even stopped believing in prayer. Don't tell me, I'll tell you. Me and my people just about do. I've been there, so I know they keep on saying, go slow. That's just the trouble.
Too slow.
Washing the windows,
Too slow.
picking the cotton,
Too slow.
we're just plain rotten.
Too slow.
We're too damn lazy.
Too slow.
Our thinking's crazy.
Slow.
Listen, coming from corporate America, that very much applies. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how many hours you give. It doesn't matter how many projects you finish. You're always expected to give more. Or there's, what is it? There's always room for improvement. I just put in a timesheet for 100 hours. I just did a project that was supposed to take 3 months. I just did in 3 weeks. What else do you want? And then what they say is you're lazy and you're stupid. You've seen that. They've literally been on TV saying that. And then they just leave. And then they take your tax money and then they go bomb other countries. It's never going to be good enough. It's never going to be good enough. These big corporations is never going to be good enough. Especially if you're tinted, it's never going to be good enough. They say we're lazy, we're stupid. Instead, we find out that they're hiring imported workers, imported developers and programmers. They're importing them and paying them 1/3 the price and mistreating them. And they can't complain, because if they complain, they lose their job and they get kicked out of the country. And it's amazing how people just don't see it. It's amazing how people don't see it.
Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't know. Just try to do my very best. Stand up, be counted with all the rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi. Goddam. Picket lines, school boycotts. They try to say it's a communist plot. All I want is equality for my sister, my brother, my people, and me. You lied to me all these years. You told me.
What she's about to start singing about right now, I stopped drawing and everything. Jeepers. What she's about to go and talk about right now is what I've been going through currently, is being taught a certain thing about this country, and then you do all the things that is asked of you, and then some, and then some. And then you get older, you have more responsibilities, and there's the support system that's supposed to be the government is just not there. The opportunities that you were told, if you go to school, you work real hard, serve the army, work real hard, come out, find a good job, work real hard, all that stuff, you'll be fine and you'll be able to do things. Yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. The game is rigged. And they would rather bomb countries than invest in education.
For my sister, my brother, my people, and me. You lied to me all these years. You told me to wash and clean my ears and talk real fine, just like a lady, and you'd stop calling me Sister Sadie.
That's what I'm telling you. You do everything that they tell you to do. You go down and you get all the paperwork, you get all the certifications, you get all the diplomas, you get all the things. And then at the end, they tell you you're too stupid and too lazy.
My country is full of lies. We all gonna die and die like flies. I don't trust nobody anymore. They keep on saying go slow. That's just the trouble.
Too slow.
Desegregation.
Too slow.
Mass participation.
Too slow.
Unification.
Too slow.
Do things gradually.
Too slow.
Will bring more tragedy.
Too slow.
Why don't you see
Yeah, why don't you see it? Why don't you see it that when they want to do things like rough up black and brown people, you guys say it's necessary and all that stuff, but you don't see that there's no investing in those communities? That's why if you ever go into West Side Chicago, all you see is liquor stores. You don't see grocery stores. The 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 high school that I went to, they lost their librarian not many years ago because they didn't have funding for a librarian. They didn't have funding for books and stuff like that. So it really, really does drive me crazy when all these people are saying, "Oh, all this money's going into those communities and they just don't learn." That is a goddamn lie. That is a lie. And the fact that you guys continue to spew that idiocy is one of the problems. Is one of the problems. That's why I'm starting to invite people onto my podcast, onto the channel, so to start introducing them. Because if you want to start talking about like, oh, when are those people gonna invest in themselves? I think it's time for you to start talking to those people. That's the only way we're gonna get through this thing. We're gonna start introducing all of you know-it-alls with all the money and all this stuff. I'm gonna start introducing you to the people that don't have, so then you can. If you're all that knowing and you're all that powerful and you got it all figured out, maybe you can share that message with all of us, because maybe that's what it is. Maybe you guys have all the answers. Maybe we are doing it wrong. Maybe we are. But here we are, hundreds of years later, and we're still complaining about the same stuff. Black and brown folks have been complaining about the black folks have been complaining about mistreatment for hundreds of years. There you can't you can't continue to underserve these communities and then keep blaming the communities. And then again, you take, instead of investing in the communities, you would rather bomb other countries. There is no excuse for any of this. I don't want my money going to bombing other countries. I want my money to go to educating our people. So we set the standard, not just white folks, Americans.
I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. 'Cause everybody knows about
Yeah.
Alabama.
And nobody's asking you to live by us. If you want to go live over there, go live over there. Chances are your kids are going to come hang out with us because me and my kids are cool as shit. Not that I have a kid, but you know what I mean. Like, black and brown people are always bringing the fun. Start with your potato salad. Why don't you make good potato salad and then start talking shit?
Everybody knows about Mississippi. Everybody knows about Mississippi. Goddam. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am here for 100% of whatever Nina Simone has to say. If you are tired of black and brown people complaining about not having opportunities and stuff like that, change it. Everybody that I know in that community, well, let me say it like this. The majority of the people that I know in the underserved communities, there's no opportunities. They don't even have real grocery stores. Everything is harder. Everything is harder. And it's because the people that are in power, they don't care. Whether or not they're racist, I don't even care. They don't care. But it's funny to me how normal people, let's say normal white folks that have to get up every morning, all that stuff, for you to think that you have it figured out and you're talking to the underserved communities like you have it figured out, Um, maybe you just haven't. Maybe you need to spend more time in those communities so then we can actually, make some change. How about that? It could, because it's crazy to me how it's you guys are fine leaving people behind. That further lets me know that you are not what it takes to be in government. If you are willing to leave people behind, you should not be in government. You need to go and do some community service. You need to do Peace Corps. You need to do like big people army, you know. There's a lot of misinformed dummies that go off of whatever it is that the news is telling them, and you're idiots. And that's why music like this has to be made to remind you that dumb shit happens all the time, and we're pretty tired of it. We're tired of living in these underserved communities, and the powers that be are constantly out there bombing people. They are bombing people. Then they're sicking the military on Americans. They have no problem sending in and spending, what was it, $1 million a day to send military into American cities, rather than taking those $1 million a day and creating lunches and getting books and upgrading computer labs and stuff like that at schools. That's wild. And I know that you're probably not listening. That's wild. But this song I'm a fan of this song. I'm a fan of Nina Simone. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. And if you want to come hang out with me and watch videos while I work on creative projects, hit that subscribe button. And then change the little bell icon so it says all. That way, every time I come out with something new, you'll be alerted. Don't forget to go to coconutjustice.com to get you some dope gear. And with that, I'm out.
Coconut Justice.